Interesting, interesting answer, and interesting non-committal answer by Doc Rivers to that.
No,
you don't think that's an interesting answer?
No, because Ernie, I've told you on this show 100 times, Ben Simmons can be an all-star, but that's all he can be until he learns how to shoot.
No, that wasn't the question.
Yeah, but listen, that's the answer to the question. If a guy is, my second best player can't shoot, I can't go to him with the game on the line. I don't even have him in the game. He didn't want to throw the kid on the bus. He said, it doesn't matter. We sit here, we're basketball guys. We know basketball. You can't have a guy on the court who's afraid to shoot the basketball.
But to counter, I know that's what you think. We were just responding to what Doc said. That's a non-committal answer.
But he's in a bad situation. He don't want to throw the kid under the bus. But we have to do our job. We talked about it at halftime. The guy's giving the ball up to Joel Embiid at half. He's giving the ball up to Joel Embiid at half court because he's terrified.
This play in particular,
this dude is scared to death. So the question is, they're gonna have to sit this kid down. And say, Ben, it's either A or B. You're gonna have to work on your shooting first. Then you're gonna have to shoot the ball. Then you're gonna have to shoot free throws, or we can't win with you. That is a small, very honest conversation. You can't win with he's your guard. Now, if he was a forward or somebody, but he has the ball.
Doc said that same thing.
I agree with that. I agree with everything you're saying, Chuck, but I don't. But what I don't believe, I just believe that, the question answer to Charles Barkley is one answer. To your head coach, who's your head coach, is a different answer. And yeah, we can win with Ben at the point. We got to figure out a way to get him better. Mm-hmm. That's it. And we had in situations like that because you were riding with him until 10 minutes ago. You know what I mean? Like, you're riding with this guy until 10 minutes ago. So in your mind, you had to say you were going to win a championship. I don't think that the Philadelphia 76ers didn't think they could win a championship 10 minutes ago. So you can't be a non-committal answer in that moment. That's what I felt. Listen. Doc Rivers is a great coach. He's done great things. He's a great friend of ours. But I think he should have said, yes, he can.
But it's going to take some more.
But it's going to take more.
Yeah. When you drafted him, you knew he couldn't shoot. But what you liked about him, he was aggressive. He can get to the hole. He can score a lot of points in the paint. The man was averaging 18 points. This is the fourth time in the fourth quarter he didn't take no shot. Forget shooting. Right. Be aggressive.
Yeah.
I don't care. Listen,
do what you do well.
Oh, well, hold on a second.
Let me finish.
Do what you do well.
Let me finish. Be aggressive. Get layups, jump hooks, tip passes, steals. Like you said. Like Kenny said, I want him to be in on defense. Get some steals. Get some dunks. If you're averaging 18 during the regular season, you can't drop it to 5 and expect to win. At least got to be 18, 19, or 20.
First
you just got to stay aggressive.
How was he getting the 18, Chuck? That's what Chuck.
I'm saying.
He's like, how I was getting my 18
last 5,
prior
6,
to the
7 years,
playoffs.
he's been averaging 18 points, right?
14 points.
14 a game.
So he's only averaging, we're talking 4. But, Shaq, first of all, I disagree with you about, we didn't know he couldn't shoot coming out of college. We thought he would get better. He hasn't gotten better. That's the problem. Nobody thought he was going to be scared to shoot, and he is scared to shoot. When you're giving the ball up that quickly, you're scared to shoot.
I agree with he's scared to shoot.
No, but I'm saying, though, coming out of LSU.
He was aggressive.
No, not just aggressive. We did not think it was going to get to the point where he goes all these games and won't even take a shot. He won't even take a shot. That's the only point that I'm trying to make. Yeah, we knew, well, he's not a great shooter, but wow, we never thought it would get to this point. Am I right?
I think it got to this point this year, yes. No, did we ever think that? No. I think that because he did so many other things. When we were sitting here 3 months ago, and when they were talking about all-stars, we were like, oh, Ben Simmons is an all-star. Like, there's no doubt about it. And so he goes from an all-star to a guy who we're looking at as a liability. Like, you don't, on the court, like, you don't go from all-star to liability in 3 months. And that is in your head, and that is also where you have to have staff and people believe in you.
Kenny.
Because confidence, last thing I'll say, I know that for me personally, a coach can never give me confidence, but he could definitely take it away. He couldn't give it to me, but he could take it away. I'm just saying, I'm not talking about your superhumans.
I don't care about.
I'm not talking about superhumans.
I don't care about.
I'm talking about you're a superhuman, Shaq.
No.
I'm not saying. I'm talking about for most great players that are in the league. Those are still great players.
I don't care how many free throws I'm gonna miss. I'm still gonna be aggressive.
Kenny, let me ask you this one
I'm not
question.
gonna look, Kenny. I'm not gonna get it with somebody not doubling me and then kick it out because I'm afraid to get fouled.
I think two things. I've got a question for you after that. Shaq, there's a difference between being a big man.
I said be aggressive.
No. It has nothing to do with
aggressive.
Listen, because his inability to shoot, it's hard for him to be aggressive, and his ability.
The man was averaging 14 points. We was talking about the man being an all-star.
Well, that's what he is. But I'm saying his flaws showed more in the playoffs. I want to say two things. Number one, it's a lot easier for a big guy because you're gonna get the ball. You laying it up all the time. Secondly, my question to you is, how many years we've been talking about this? Don't act like we've been talking about this for the last 3 months. That's bogus. I live in Philadelphia. We've been talking for the last 3 years about this dude not shooting the ball. So don't act. Yeah, he's mentally got some issues right now because it's clearing his head. But let's don't act like we have been talking.
I think a series like this and a playoffs like this, that's what shines the spotlight on it because you're on this stage.
But I'm saying
right now.
we've been talking about it for
but
years.
we've been talking about his inability to shoot and his reluctance to shoot. We have been
for years.
We've been talking about that for seasons.
Yes, that's all the point I want to make.
But the man was still averaging 14 points.
And Shaq, the reason he's an all-star is not for his scoring. We've never looked at him and said, boy, look at the way he scores. He's got to be an all-star. It's been the rebounds, it's been the assists, it's been his defense.
That comes from aggression too, Ernie.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.